you attended a special forum. What came out of that?
Well, what was shown was that it's a familiar issue that is being echoed across many sports, and NACRA sailor Erica Dawson is using her first-hand experience in a male-dominated sport to lead the way. Our sailors taking part in this week's Sailing World Champs in Auckland are taking advantage of being together to have open discussions on advancing opportunities for aspiring female sailors.
Female participation in sailing is declining, and Yachting New Zealand and those competing at this week's World Championships are determined to turn that around. A new strategy was introduced this month to not only increase diversity, but to also advance equal opportunities. So the first step is to open the discussion.
Across all levels, I think we definitely need more girls into it, but we really need to work on retaining the girls that are in there. So they just have a lot higher dropout than the boys. So yeah, particularly at the kind of 14, 15-year-old age group, and then on post-high school is how do we keep these women in the sport.
A key finding has been the lack of visible role models across all aspects of the sport.
Yachting New Zealand and myself, for them, have come up with a strategy to kind of structured around three main pillars. The first one's like culture. So how can we make it a really inclusive environment that fosters like girls' confidence and friendships and all that, which is really important for all of us to stay in sailing. Pathways, so how can we like show clear pathways in the sport? We found a big drop-off point, particularly for girls when they finish high school. You know, like what do I sail if I don't want to go really, really competitive? It's particularly in dinghies. And then also around a pillar around programs, so like or structure, so like what structures can we put in place that enables girls to stay engaged in the sport.
Young girls roughly make up 30% of sailors in the junior class, but as adults that drops to 20%. Based on that, the focus is to not only promote sailing, but to educate women and girls about how they uniquely fit into the sporting world. And that includes talking about one of women's most taboo subjects.
So talking about the menstrual cycle is really important, because in terms of the way in which we are more prone to injury, let's take concussion. So say a sailor is hit by the boom and they have traumatic brain injury or concussion. Females, we know, take longer to recover. And depending on where they are in their menstrual cycle, that is also going to affect how long they take to recover and how at risk of injury they are.
How common is it, have you found in your career journey, that a lot of women don't know about this type of information?
Well, when I was a gymnast, I didn't know about this information at all. And when I was a coach, you know, I didn't know that you should train and provide different types of sports science-informed testing to improve, you know, the performance of the athletes. Now, as a sports scientist, our education and knowledge is improving every day. It's more accessible.
For women to become idols in the water, they need better representation at the top. New Zealand may lead the world in female sports science research, but only 3% of worldwide research was dedicated to women last year, highlighting the heavy underrepresentation of women. They're also failing to progress to high performance and decision-making roles due to a lack of clarity around pathways.
I guess it's really current for me. I've been through I've just been through what they've been through and am still going through it. So yeah, I guess I can really relate, and I hope that they can relate to me as well. So they can see similar ideas for them. Yeah, and I guess I know lots of people in it as well, so that's really cool.
While these women have made the first move in sharing their stories, it's going to take the sailing community as a whole to make waves and ensure the future of sailing is accessible for everyone.